Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line Podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
And I'm Ron Zielinski.
and today the Cubs brought out the brooms at Wrigley Field to make it 15 straight in a nine-game win streak, 15 in a row at Wrigley Field. Cubs win this ball game 8-3, moved to 26-12. I mean, what a series! Three straight walk-offs from a Michael Conforto pinch hit home run to a Michael Busch single up the middle to another Michael Busch walk-off, a walk-off walk. Then today, the Cubs with a 7-run fourth inning and a shove day by Shota Imanaga, 3 for 3 from Michael Conforto, including a home run. I mean, Ryan, what a series. If this doesn't get you excited to be a Cubs fan, I don't know what does.
I mean, unbelievable. This is the third best, what are we, 38 games? Yeah, 38 game start. Third best. This is the third time they started this good. Both times they've at least gone to the World Series. I mean, they're playing such good ball right now. Like where we were mid-April, 7-9. I feel like me and you, we both knew they were going to turn it around, but like we didn't know they would be 26-12. Like they're 19-3 since they were 7-9. They played some pretty solid teams in that stretch. Like, um, again, we talked
Dodgers,
about,
Padres,
yeah,
D-backs are always tough. Just a
yeah.
lot. You had that NL Central, or excuse me, NL West gauntlet, and you had some tough AL teams you had to play, and we're like, it's not going to get any easier. You got your easy wins at the start of the year, didn't take advantage of it. Now you're going to have to pay for it, and now they come out and continue playing ball like this.
Yeah, and like, but for yeah, like just again, like, and we talked about like, I mean, 2 games will be happy, 3 games give us a win, another 4 game sweep. Like, I can't remember the last time the Cubs swept 4 games in like a 2 week span. Like, I seriously don't remember. I don't even remember the last time they had like. I remember two in a season. Like it probably happened a couple years ago, but like it didn't stick out like this. Like they've just been like winning games in unimaginable ways. Like someone was like, "Can't wait for tomorrow when they win by a failed pickoff or a balk." Like they're just finding ways to win. And like I saw that one guy from the Athletic, the reporter with the Reds. He's like, aside from the stench at Wrigley Field, the sightline must be bad because all the Cubs fans think every ball's gone. So you're mad that the Cubs fans are engaged in the game? Like no one goes to Great American Ballpark. Like they would do the same there, but no one goes. Like, and I just saw some Reds fans like talking shit about the Cubs online. Like, we don't think about you, okay? Think about the Brewers, the Cardinals, occasionally the White Sox. We're not your rival, all right? Your little brother. We've owned you forever. We don't think about you. Pat pat him on the head, send him off back to Cincinnati. We don't think about you, little brother. But yeah, I mean they're just beating teams down right now. It's been so fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, first thing I want to bring up is what other team in the league has a crowd like this 3 nights in a row
The
on
booth the
a
booth with the Reds is they said it's shaking. On
yeah.
a what, Wednesday night in May? Like,
Mhm. And Monday, that crowd after a 2-hour delay.
yeah.
Like,
Nico was like, I think the MLB does this just to sell more beer. You
mhm.
he said you come out for warm-ups after a long rain delay and it's like, is it the fifth inning already? Because he said the crowd is just so much more energetic. But like, yeah, like it's just unreal the crowds like how they've been.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play baseball like this, I mean, the crowds are definitely gonna show up and support you. So just these last 4 games in this last stretch of this last month has been unreal to watch and so much fun.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, I'll hand it over to you to take us away with game one of the series.
Yeah, so game one, Cubs win this ball game 5-4. They improved to 23-12 after this one. 20 Reds dropped to 20-15. Top of the first inning, TJ Friedel lines out to center. Bode grounds out. Ellie De La Cruz with a single. Stewart singles, and then Lau strikes out. Bottom of the first, Breggy with a 2-out double, but that's all that came from that inning as Ian Happ grounded out to end the inning. Top of the second, Stevenson with a 1-out single. Hayes walks, and then Friedel grounds out to end the inning. Um, Benson had struck out in between the Stevenson single and the Hayes walk. Bottom of the second, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Top of the third, Blade with a homer to right field to make it 1-0. Great series he had. Got to give credit where credit is due. Then De La Cruz with a single. Stewart grounds into a double play, and then Lalo lines out. Bottom of the third, Nico the 2-out single, but Mo Baller ends the inning with a ground out. A fielder's choice as they chose the out at second. Top of the fourth, Key Brian Hayes with a 2-out, 2-run shot to make it 3-0. And then TJ Friedel struck out to end the inning. Bottom of the fourth, Breggy walks, Hap walks, Seiya hits an absolute bomb, 455 feet. This ball was like damn near like out of the stadium. I mean, not out of the stadium, but like he put a ride on this thing to tie the game up. Bushy flies out, Kelly flies out, PCA grounds out. Top of the fifth inning, um, Blade with the strikeout. Ellie singles to left with 1 out. He then gets picked off by Cabrera. This was a great play. Honestly, kind of bad base running though. They had Bush. It was like Ellie was here, Bush was here. Bush broke to the bag, and they threw it. Kind of a good timing play, but like when me and you play baseball, like it was always like if he goes back, you immediately like take a step back. Ellie sat there. I don't know if it's on the base coach. I mean, Ellie's got to be aware, but like as the first base coach, you got to tell Ellie to watch his lead. But it was a great play. They executed it perfectly though. And then Stewart struck out 10 the inning. Bottom of the fifth, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Top of the sixth, Steer with a single with 1 out. Stevenson struck out, and then Will Benson keeps the inning alive. So 2 on, 2 out, and Key Ryan Hayes strikes out. Bottom of the sixth inning, Seiya Suzuki with a 2 out single, and then Bush grounds out to second to end the inning. Top of the seventh inning, Ellie draws a walk with 2 outs, and Phil Matten comes in, and Stewart grounds out to end the inning. Bottom of the seventh, Kelly leads off with a walk. PCA strikes out. Dansby flies out, and then Nico grounds into a fielder's choice. They chose the out at second. Top of the eighth inning, La walks. Dunn comes in for him. He steals second, and then Steer singles in the left to score Dunn to make it 4-3. So the Reds back in front in the top of the eighth inning. Stevenson pops out. Benson strikes out. Key Brian Hayes grounds out to end that inning. Bottom of the eighth, Mo Baller with a walk to start the inning. Breggy grounds into a fielder's choice. Matt Shaw pinch runs there. Bregman legs out the double play there. Hap strikes out. Then a wild pitch by Ashcraft gets Breggy to second. They then intentionally walk Seiya. Then Bush walks, and then Carson Kelly strikes out with the bases loaded. Kind of a meh at bat here. I felt he could have done a lot better. I mean, Carson Kelly's been swinging a really hot bat. What did you think about this AB here?
I mean, Carson Kelly had a big opportunity here, and it was just a very bad at bat. I think he went down on three strikes here, and just the way
Yeah.
he's been swinging the bat, you expected a lot more from him, but they didn't get that production out of him. It was definitely frustrating to watch, and I thought they were losing this game after that at bat.
Yeah, it went first pitch, slider down and away, swinging. Second pitch, up and away, slider, strike two, swinging. Strike three, also swinging, slider down and away. So three straight sliders he beat him with. And then top of the ninth, Rolison gets the Reds down 1-2-3. Bottom of the ninth, PCA hits an absolute bomb. I don't want to say this should have been caught, but it's kind of like a situation where like a wide receiver, like if it hits your hands, you should be able to make a play, especially in like a big moment, like a fourth down or something. But like, I don't want to say this should have been caught, but he went up. It was in his glove, and he ended up dropping it. Like I thought he caught it. I didn't see the ball until like he like rolled over, but PCA able to leg out a triple here. Dansby then strikes out, and then Nico, Mr. Clutch, comes in and does a job. That's all you ask him to do. Sack fly in the left field. PCA comes in to score. And then Michael Conforto comes in, and you're thinking, all right, he's good pinch hitting late game. Maybe he'll keep the inning alive with a single here. Game. Michael Conforto says, night, night, Cincinnati. Absolute bomb. 405 feet. Cubbies win this ball game. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was like a pop out to left field when he hit it. I was like, why are they reacting like this? And then I saw the TV angle, and I was like, oh my god, he hit an absolute tank, and I was going crazy. But like, what did you think when he hit this bomb?
I mean, I was not expecting that at all. Off the bat, you knew it was gone. like when you watch the replay, he backflipped it. I was just in shock. Like I was like Michael Conforto, the walk off home run. That was a bomb. I'm like, no way. I was in shock. I was so excited. And I mean, good for Conforto, man. He's done his job all year. He's had to sit on the bench a lot, but when the Cubs have needed him most, he's came through every time. So, I mean, big props to Michael Conforto.
Yeah, like I mean, for him to just come through in that moment, like we always talk about him pinch hitting late games, like he's always seems to make a play. But for it to be a walk off home run, like I did not expect a home run. I was thinking single, but I was definitely thinking extra innings. But like that was awesome to watch.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
So we'll get into the pitching here. Edward Cabrera gets to start. He goes 6 innings, gives up 9 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. He threw 89 pitches, 60 of them for strikes. His ERA now at 3.27. Hobie Milner goes in for 2/3, no hits, no runs, a walk, no strikeouts. He threw 12 pitches, 6 of them for strikes. He's now at a 2.16 ERA. Phil Maton goes in to end the inning. Gets just a third, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He threw 4 pitches, 2 of them for strikes. His ERA now at a 9.82. Ben Brown goes in for an inning, gives up a hit, a run. It was earned, a walk, a strikeout. He threw 25 pitches, 13 of them for strikes. He's now at a 2.10. Silent, great season coming here for Ben Brown. I'm not gonna lie, even though he gave up a run here, like he's been doing real well. And then Ryan Rollison gets the win. He goes in, and he goes the ninth. He goes 1 inning, no hits, no runs. He strikes out the side, goes 14, throws 14 pitches, 9 of them for strikes. He's then out at a 3.52 ERA. Player of the game here, I think I gotta go Conforto, stepping up in the big moment. What about you?
I mean, you took the words out of my mouth. You got to go Conforto. I mean, the walk off hero, complete bomb to the opposite field to win it. I mean, there's no other right answer there.
Yeah. So you want to take it away here? Game two, Cubs getting another walk off.
Yeah, I'll get right into it. Cubs win this ball game 3-2. Start off the game, Friedel flew out. Bode with a home run continued his success this series, his fourth on the year. This ball kind of just got out. Wasn't the best pitch by Tyon. It was a changeup right down the middle, a little high. Bode made no mistake. Made Tyon pay, made it 1-0, and then De La Cruz struck out. Sal Stewart hit a single. Lowe struck out. Bottom of the first. Nico flew out. Breggy grounded out. Happer struck out. Top of the second. Steer struck out. Stevenson flew out. McLean flew out. Bottom of the second. Seiya flew out. Dansby grounded out, and Bushy struck out. Top of the third. Hayes flew out. Friedel grounded out. Blade flew out. Bottom of the third, Matt Shaw with a single. He tried stretching it into a double, got gunned at second, so that made it 1 out. And then Amaya flew out. PCA flew out. Top of the fourth, De La Cruz grounded out. Stewart grounded out. Lowe hit a single. Stir with a single, and then Stevenson walked, so bases loaded with 2 outs. But then Matt McLean flew out to Ian Happ. Bottom of the fourth, Nico with a leadoff single, and then Bregman walked. And then Ian Happ struck out. Seiya ground into a force out. Dansby ground into a force out. But that's something where you have to score. Your first 2 runners get on first and second. No outs. Got to capitalize there. Cubs aren't able to, especially with your 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. Top of the fifth, Brian Hayes grounded out. TJ Friedel grounded out. JJ Bleday struck out. Bottom of the fifth, Michael Bush with a single. Matt Shaw flew out. Miguel Amaya walked. PCA struck out. Nico lined out. Top of the sixth, Ellie De La Cruz flew out. Sal Stewart struck out. And Nathaniel Lau with a home run. This was a bomb, no doubter. 404, 108 off the bat, his sixth on the year. And that'd be it for Jamison Tyon, but a very solid start. Didn't get any run production. Assad comes in the game, gets steered to ground out. Bottom of the sixth, Bregman lines out, Hap grounds out, Sag walks, Dansby with the single, Bush walks. That'd be it for Abbott. Abbott was very frustrated with himself after this. Connor Phillips comes in for Abbott. Mo Baller comes in to hit for Matt Shaw. Not a great at bat. He swings at a high fastball, watches a fastball right down the middle, and then gets a sinker in, but gets it too much on the hands, grounds out. Nicky Lopez comes into play third. Stevenson strikes out. McLean lines out. Hayes pops out, bottom of the seventh. Amaya struck out, and then PCA with a single, stole second base. Nico walked, and then Breggy with a single. This ball was smoked, a line drive to left field, 100 miles an hour off the bat. Made it a 2-1 game. I know Bregman's not hitting a lot of home runs, but he's getting a lot of great hits, a lot of RBIs. He's hitting 240 right now, but he had a very slow start. He's really starting to pick it up as of late, and if he can continue just to do his job and provide runs, I mean, there's going to be no stopping this 1, 2, 3 in the order. And then Happer struck out. Suzuki grounded into a force out 2-1 game. Jacob Webb came in. Friedel grounded out. Baudet flew out. De La Cruz got on by an error by Michael Bush. And then Stewart struck out. Bottom of the fourth, Friedel moved to left field. And then Dane Myers came in to play left field. Tony Santillan came in to pitch for Phillips. Dansby lined out. And Michael Bush with an absolute bomb. This ball was killed. I mean, this might have been the furthest home run I've seen Michael Bush hit at Wrigley. This ball was smoked. No doubter. 106 off the bat. 427. Huge hit for Michael Bush, his third home run on the year. 2-2 tied this ball game up. And then Conforto came to pinch it, struck out. I mean, I'm not even going to blame him. This was a terrible call. It was a pitch like right below the zone, nowhere close, but no ABS challenge on this. And then Amaya got on by an error. He hit a line drive at 101, but Friedel dropped it, and then PCA grounded out. Top of the ninth, Daniel Palencia came in to pitch. Lau grounded out. Steer popped out. Stevenson with a single, and then Dunn came in to pinch run for him. Matt McLean lines out. Really nice play by Ian Happ. And then bottom of the ninth, Emilio Pecan comes in, throws one pitch. Very uncomfortable injury. I believe it was his ankle, but did not look good.
I
So
think it was
Jose,
his. I think it was his hamstring.
it was something around the leg, but it didn't.
Because
He was in a
he,
lot
he
of
he
pain.
was he was grabbing his hamstring. Very ugly injury. Like that was pretty hard to watch. Like I mean, you knew it was. I think it was his plant leg too. So like as soon as he came down, I mean, you know something is torn. And by the way he reacted, like that did not look good at all.
Yeah, threw two pitches, and that was it. But Nico walks, and then Bregman lines out. Happer walks. Suzuki pops out, and then Dansby flies out. Top of the 10th, Ryan Rolson comes into pitch, strikes out Brian Hayes, strikes out TJ Friedel, walks Dane Myers, and De La Cruz grounds. I mean, Ryan Rolson's been so good for this Cubs bullpen. I think he's 3-0 on the year, sitting around a 2 ERA. He's just continued to do his job. A great outing for him. And then bottom of the 10th, Sam Moll comes into pitch and doesn't take long. Michael Bush smokes a ball up the middle, 98 off the bat, but goes right through the wickets of Ellie De La Cruz. Dansby comes in to score. Bushy walk-off single, 3-2 win. Cubs win the ball game. I mean, Ryan, what were your thoughts on this huge day for Michael Bush at the plate?
I mean, this was one of those games where I was like, all right, like whatever. This is the one we expected them to lose. Like when it was 2-0, I was like, it's fine. They could get the next, the next, the next two to win the series. But I mean, they just don't go away. Like going back to that, the Bush home run. Like I was driving home from dinner and I was listening to Pat and Ron and like just the way that they were just so electric when he hit this ball. You heard the energy in Wrigley too. Like it seriously feels like September baseball right now, and it's early May. So take that as you want. Like, is that good or bad? But like, I just they don't go away. This team feels different. And again, we're so early into the season right now, but like this has just been the most fun I've had watching the Cubs probably since like first half last year.
Yeah, there's just a gritty team that doesn't go away. I mean, even if they're down early in the game, don't count them out. They fight back, they work their ways into at bats, and there's just a very fun Cubs team to watch right now. So now we'll get into the pitching. JMO with a very solid start, 5.2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them were earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, 2 home runs. Now at a 4.24 ERA. Assad comes in for an inning and a third. No hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Is at a 7.8 ERA. Webb comes in for an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. He's at a 3.95 ERA. Danny P comes in for an inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeout at a 0 ERA. Ryan Rollison gets the win, moves him up to 3-0 on the year. He goes 1 inning, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He was now at a 3.12 ERA. Player of the game for this one, I think it's pretty obvious. Michael Bush, 3 for 4 on the day with a home run, the walk-off hit, 2 RBIs, and a run.
Yeah, like, there's no one else you could give it to. I'll show some love to Ryan Rollison though. He's really stepped up with all the injuries. He's just pitched so well. His ERA is 3.12 right now, but like just the moments he's been in, the ways he's been able to just clutch up when the team really needs a good inning from the bullpen or a good couple innings, he's really been able to do the job. So obvious answer Michael Bush. I'll go Ryan Rollison.
I like that. So now I'll hand it over to you, Rye, for game three.
Yeah, so game three here, 7-6 Cubs win. It was what, 4-2 going into the ninth. Um, Pretty electric couple innings there to end the ball game, but starting it, Frito with a walk, Blade singles, and then De La Cruz grounds out to first, but scores TJ Frito, making it 1-0 Cincinnati. Stewart grounds out to end the inning. Bottom of the first, Nico grounds out, Mo Baller grounds out, Breggy singles to keep the inning alive. And back to what you were saying about Bregman earlier, like people expected him, right? The non-Cubs fans and the people that don't like the Cubs. If he's not hitting home runs, he's having a bad season, like in their eyes, right? Although the average isn't amazing, I think he's been completely fine, right? Like I don't know how you feel, but like he started pretty bad. The whole team did. Like I think we even in one of our segments when they were like 6-8, we're like going down the line of the guys. Like we're like they're gonna pick it up, they're gonna pick it up, they're gonna pick it up, and he has. He's not hitting home runs every night, but he's stepping up when you need him to. He's getting the singles, the doubles, the RBIs. Like I think he's been completely fine. I don't know about you, but yeah, I think he's been completely what they've needed him to be.
I mean, yeah, so do I. He plays Gold Glove defense at third. He gives you quality at bats. He comes through when you need him to, and I think it's only up from here with Alex Bregman. I think he's been fine, but this is not the best baseball he's going to play. He's going to get even better and step up even more for this team.
Yeah. So then, after he keeps the inning alive, like again, if he doesn't get the single, Ian doesn't hit this home run. Ian Happ goes oppo 399 to left center, gives the Cubs the lead here. So 2-1 after the first. Top of the second, Benson with a 2-out single, then Trevino flies out to end the inning. Bottom of the sixth, Bushy with a leadoff walk, and then Kelly lines out. PCA flies out. Dansby strikes out. Top of the third, McLean singles, Frito singles, Blade strikes out, De La Cruz grounds into a fielder's choice. They get McLean out at the plate, and then Stewart pops out to second. So good job here by Colin Ray, 2 on, nobody out to get out of the inning with no damage. Bottom of the third, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Top of the fourth, Benson draws a 2-out walk. Uh, and then Trevino grounds out to end the inning. Bottom of the fourth, Ian Happ singles to right. Saya doubles down the line to score Ian Happ. Bushy singles, gets Saya to third, and then Kelly grounds into an RBI double play. So double play, not what you want, but it does get the run in to make it 4-1. PCA gets hit by a pitch, and then Dansby flies out. Top of the fifth, McLean uh, leads off the inning with a home run to right center field, 371. This one kind of a didn't know if it was going to get out, but it was able to carry over the Ivy, making it 4-2. And then Frito strikes out, Blade grounds out, De La Cruz strikes out. Bottom of the fifth, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Top of the sixth, Stewart walks, Lau singles, grounds into a fielder's choice. Stewart out at the plate. Benson then grounds out to first. Steer goes to second, and Brandon Lau to third. Or not Brandon Lau. What's the dude's name? Nathaniel Lau, not Brandon.
Nathaniel, oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Trevino grounds out to end the inning. Bottom of the sixth, Happer singles, Saya flies out, Bushy strikes out, and then Kelly strikes out to end the inning. Hap did get a stolen base in the Bushy at bat. Top of the seventh, Reds go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the seventh, PCA leadoff single. Dansby reaches on an infield single, and then Nico grounds into a double play. So unlike Nico there to kind of kill a rally, but it's all right. It all worked out. Um, Matt Shaw comes in for Mo Baller, and then Conforto comes in for Shaw, and then to kind of switch the matchup there to give him the lefty, but Conforto grounds out to first. Top of the eighth, Ellie strikes out. Stewart grounds out. Daniel Lau grounds out. Bottom of the eighth, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Top of the ninth, Steer leads off the inning. Oh, actually, I'll start with this. Did you or did you not see this coming when you saw Martin on the mound to start the ninth?
I don't know because he's so inconsistent. Like you're either getting a good outing from him or just not good. So I did not know what to expect if I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah, I was a little worried. I didn't expect them to score four, but I was like, yes, this might have to be another walk-off. But Steer leads off the inning with a homer. Benson chops a single through the hole. Stevenson singles, and then that's it for Corbin Martin. Hobie Milner comes in a real tough spot. McLean sack bunt. Tough play for Milner here. He's going to his right toward third. He kind of double clutches. I thought he should have just gone to first to get the out, but he decides to try and go to third for the force. Benson was safe. So bases loaded, nobody out. He gets Myers to strike out. So, I mean, ground ball, you could end the game here. But Blade singles, I don't know why Stevenson didn't come home here. I thought definitely it was going to be 5-4, but he ends up not coming home. So it's still 4-4 when Ellie comes up. Ellie hits a ball that I thought was a grand slam. Seiya able to make a nice play up against the wall. Falls down. Great heads up play by Seiya here to flip it up to PCA so PCA can get it in quickly. Still didn't matter though. 2 runs come in to score. They both tag up to make it 6-4, and then Stewart grounds out to second to end the inning. So 6-4 Cincinnati. They score 4 runs in the ninth. I thought it was over. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about you, but I thought like, all right, like they've had some miracle wins, but I don't know about this one. But what did you think? Do you still have some confidence?
I don't know. I thought that was reps.
Me too. Yeah. So Bushy called out on strikes to start the inning off. This is really when I thought it was over. And then again, another moment where I was like, all right, this one's just completely over. Um, it was a 3-1 count. The I mean, clear as day ball four. This one was almost like at his eyes. Carson Kelly chooses to swing at a cut fastball. It was a pretty good pitch, but way, way up and on the hands and toward his eyes. He swings at, makes the count 3-2. I was pissed. Able to follow off another cutter to keep the inning or to keep the at bat alive. And then on 3-2, he's able to lace one into right field for a single, so no damage done. Then PCA comes up, finally gets his big moment of the year. 2-run shot to left center, absolute wall scraper, but it gets out. Line drive bomb. Cubs tie the game. I mean, the cardiac Cubs are back. Tie game in the ninth. Dansby flies out. This one's kind of just a kind of pop up. I don't know why they labeled it as a fly out, but just bad hit ball here. Kind of reminded me of the Cleveland series when all they did was just hit infield pop ups. But Nico grounds out to end the inning, and then top of the 10th, Hobie Milner stays in. Sorry, Lau walks, and then Thornton comes in. This is his first outing, I believe. First it was his first outing, and I think he had been put on the roster. Was it yesterday
12
or
hours
not?
prior.
Or not? Yeah, or not? Yeah, yeah. It was 12 hours prior, and he comes in immediate double play. So runner at third with 2 outs. Then he gets Benson to ground out to second. He was fired up leaving the mound. I mean, you love to see that guy who hasn't been on the team yet. He's been on the team for 12 hours, and he was just hype coming off the mound. You love to see that. No damage done. I knew they were going to win after that. After they escaped the 10th with no damage done. Amaya with a nice sack bunt. I mean, perfect bunt here. We always preach small ball, small ball, small ball. A perfect bunt from Miggy here. What did you think about the choice to have him bunt and the bunt itself?
I love that choice, and Miguel Maya completely executed that. It was a great bunt, did the job, and I mean everyone in the stadium was hype about the bunt. The broadcast was hype about the bunt, and it was just a great job, and that's the job that gets underlooked, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you think Amaya has a lot of pop. Like you wouldn't think he'd be the bunter, but look what happens when you actually play small ball. Perfect bunt from Miggy here, a guy who, I mean, I expected them to have him swing away, but perfect bunt gets Nico to third. They intentionally walk Bregman to get the force. Hap strikes out. On a pitch I think he really could have put in the seats. I mean, this one was middle. Then this decision to walk Saya and load the bases. Obviously, they like the matchup with Bush, but when you load the bases, you have nowhere to put the guy that's up. I always am so iffy about this. Like when the game's tied and you lose if it's a walk. What did you think about the decision to walk? I was actually happy about it because I was like, oh my God, like just draw a walk and this game's over. But I was just a little caught off guard when they walked Saya because then obviously it's you're four balls away from losing the game. But what did you think about their decision to walk Saya?
Personally, I would have done the same thing because it gets the force out at home, and you bring the infield in instead of making it a tag play. You field the ground ball, you go right to home. Outfielder, you bring them in. I feel like it's easier on everyone. You have an opportunity to turn two, so you can play your corners back, or you can play everyone in. It was two outs, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. I was just talking about the situation in general. So if it's one out, you got your corners back, or excuse me, you have the middle and infield back looking to turn double play. Then you have your corners in. But when it's two outs, you can bring everyone in normal position, make the easiest play. I would have done the same thing if I was Craig Counsell, if the Cubs were in this situation.
I with two outs, I don't know. Like if there was one out, I completely agree with you. Load the bases, force out at home. But when there's two outs, you got to just get the out. Like you just get the out first and third. If he steals, so what? He doesn't matter. I think they should have just let Say a hit because again there was two outs and you're just trying to get an out. But Bush comes up, three straight balls. He looks at a strike. Almost had a walk-off ABS challenge, but they said it was a little too late. It was a strike though, but that would have just been funny if it ended on a walk-off ABS challenge. But um, after that, an uncompetitive fourth ball. Cubs win this ball game 7-6. They improved to 25-12. Reds dropped to 20-17. I mean, just another dramatic way to win a ball game. A walk.
Win to win. They don't ask
Yes,
how, they
sir.
ask how many.
Yes, sir. So we'll get into the pitching here. Conway got the start, went five and a third. He gave up 6 hits, 2 runs. One of them was earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He threw 98 pitches, 59 of them for strikes. He's at a 4.03 ERA. Jacob Webb goes an inning and 2/3, no hits, no runs, no walks, a strikeout. He threw 14 pitches, 11 of them for strikes. Excuse me. He's now at a 3.52 ERA. Phil Maton comes in, an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, a strikeout. He threw 12 pitches, 9 of them for strikes. His ERA now at 8.64. Corbin Martin tried to get the save, completely botched that. Gave up 3 hits, 3 runs. All of them were earned. No walks, no strikeouts. He threw 11 pitches, 6 of them for strikes. He's now at a 10.8 ERA, and he's now off the team. They cut him this morning, I think.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, this morning they cut him. So Hobie Milner came in. He goes an inning, a hit, a run. It was earned, a walk, a strikeout, 25 pitches, 12 of them for strikes. He's now at a 2.55 ERA. And then Trent Thornton, right? Trent Thornton
Yes, Trent Thornton.
goes the 10th. He goes no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He threw 6 pitches, 4 of them for strikes. I didn't know if I always thought it was Trey Thornton, but Trent Thornton. Great inning from him. Cubs win this one 7-6. And my player of the game, I'll say I'll go PCA here. He finally gets his moment. He gets that big home run. Two for three with 2 RBIs. Who's your player of the game?
I'm going to go Ian Happ 3 for 5 with the home run in this one.
Yeah, I like that. I like that too. That's kind of who I was debating, Hap or PCA. But I'll give it to you. Though a little less dramatic of an ending, but still a beatdown here. They finished the sweep off. But I'll give it to you for game number 4.
Yeah, so 120 start today. Shota Imanaga versus Rhett Lauder. Starting off the game, Dane Meyer struck out. Matt McLean single. De La Cruz fly out. And Sal Stewart strikeout. Nico grounded out. Mo Baller flew out. Breggy lined out. Top of the second, Spencer Steer with a single. Tyler Stevenson struck out. JJ Bleday flew out. And Blake Dunn struck out. Bottom of the second, Ian Happ strikes out. Bushy grounds out. And then Michael Conforto first pitch crushing. First pitch he sees sends this ball into the bleachers, 407, 105 off the bat. This ball is smoked. Conforto's second home run of the year makes it a 1-0 game. And then Dansby grounds out. Top of the third, Brian Hayes singles. Dane Meyer flies out. Matt McLean strikes out. Ellie De La Cruz flies out. Bottom of the third, PCA walks. Miguel Amaya walks. And then Nico grounds into a double play. And then Mo Baller grounds out. Top of the fourth, Sal Stewart grounds out. Spencer Steer walks. Tyler Stevenson strikes out. JJ Bleday flies out. Bottom of the fourth, Bregman walks. Happ walks. And then Lowder got hurt, so he came out. Connor Phillips came in. And then Bushy with the single. No one scores, so loads the bases with no outs. Conforto walks in a run to make it 2-0. Dansby grounds into a force out. Third baseman steps on the bag. Stevenson forgets to tag the runner at home, just a bonehead play. So they do get one out, but the Cubs score a run, make it 3-0. And then PCA with a ground ball that gets right through 98 miles an hour, makes it 4-0. PCA steals second, runners on second and third for Miggy. Miggy puts one up the middle, 102 off the bat, makes it 6-0. Then Nico Horner double. The catcher Stevenson dropped it at home, allowed Amaya to score, made it 7-0. And Mo Baller does a job. Sack fly makes it 8-0. So the Cubs with a 7-run fourth inning. And then Bregman grounds out. Top of the fifth, Dunn strikes out. Brian Hayes singles. Dane Myers strikes out. Matt McLean walks. Ellie De La Cruz flies out. Conforto with a really nice catch on the wall on this one. Bottom of the fifth, Luis May comes in to pitch. Happ strikes out. Bush flies out. Dane Myers made a nice play on this one. Conforto with a single, and then Dansby grounds out. Top of the sixth, Sal Stewart with the home run. This ball is hit to left field. Um, 106 off the bat, 393. Sal Stewart's 10th home run of the year makes it 8-1. And Spencer Steer gets on by an error of Dansby, and then Stevenson flies out. Bleday walks. Adam Dunn with a single on a bunt. And then Brian Hayes strikes out. Dane Meyer strikes out. PCA grounds out. Amaya hit by pitch. Mo Baller grounds into a force out, and then Breggy pops out. Top of the seventh, Trent Thornton comes in. McLean grounds out. De La Cruz with a double. Sal Stewart grounds out. He walks. Spencer Steer gets Stevenson to pop out. Bottom of the seventh, Jose Franco comes in. Happer pops out. Bushy flies out. Conforto with a double down the right field line. Swanson walks, and then PCA flies out. Top of the eighth, Gavin Howell comes in as he was called up as the transaction as Corbin Martin got cut. JJ Bleday flies out, and then Adam Dunn with the home run. This ball's hit 393, 107 off the bat. His first home run of the year, cuts it down to a 6-run game, makes it 8-2. Then Brian Hayes lines out. Will Benton comes in to pitch hit for Myers. He walks. Then Matt McLean flies out. Bottom of the eighth inning, Amaya strikes out. Baller grounds out. Nico flies out. Excuse me. Nico flies out. Moses by Steros grounds out. And then top of the ninth, Ellie De La Cruz strikes out. Sal Stewart walks. Spencer Steer flies out. Tyler Stevenson walks. JJ Bleday hits a double as he continues his hot series, makes it 8-3. Adam Dunn walks. Too close for comfort. Danny P comes in. One guy up, one guy struck out. Wins this ball game for the Cubs 8-3. Cubs win. Cubs sweep the series, move to 26-12 on the year. I mean, today's game less stressful, and what a fourth inning from this Cubs team as they got on Rhett Lauder in this bullpen early.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, about the Conforto at bat, like RBI walks, get used to it, Cincinnati. But finally, I mean, a couple times this series they had big opportunities. Obviously, they won every game, so it doesn't matter. But they've had some opportunities to score a little bit more runs, extend the lead, and they kind of limited that. But finally, they broke through. I mean, they were just hit after hit after hit after hit. Great inning from the boys. But yeah, I mean, just a complete beatdown today.
Yeah, it was. So now we will go into the pitching. So Shota Imanaga gets the win, moves him to 4-2 on the year. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run that was earned, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts, 1 home run. He's now at a 2.28 ERA. Trent Thornton comes in for an inning. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk. He's now at a 0 ERA. Gavin Howell comes in for 1.2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. Both of them were earned. 4 walks, 1 strikeout. He's now at a 10.8 ERA. And then Danny P comes in for 1 out, gets a strikeout. His second save on the year. He's still at a 0 ERA. My player of the game for this one, Michael Conforto, 3 for 3 with a homer, a double, 2 RBIs. Big day for him. Shota Monago with 10 strikeouts as well.
Yeah, I'll go my boy Shota here. 10 strikeouts in 6 innings. Could give some love to Miggy and Maya with the 2 RBIs, but just I mean, really the player of the game is just the entire Cubs lineup today.
Yeah, everyone came through when needed today.
Yeah,
So my first question is obviously Matthew Boyd is now injured as he felt something when he was playing with his kids. He's getting surgery on his meniscus, potentially out for the year. You got Steele out, you got Horton out for the year. What do you do with this rotation with your 3 guys out?
I think. I mean, you keep as is right now, but to replace Boyd, I think Ben Brown. He's just. I don't know if it would change with the bullpen, like how he's been pitching really well in long relief, but right now I don't think you go Assad just because again we talk about his inconsistency. Right now I'll say Ben Brown. But I mean, do you make it like I don't think it's confirmed a timeline either. Like I think I've seen it could be like early August, but it also could be the season. So if you get word that it's probably going to be the season or like late September where he'll just be a bullpen guy in the playoffs, I mean, do you make a trade for somebody? Like I saw a trade proposal like um who was that? I think Logan Webb for like Kevin Alcantara. I don't know. It was two other guys. I think Jackson Wiggins. But like, would you do something like that? I would say right now Ben Brown because he's just really having a solid year right now. But I mean, I think if it gets to the point where Boyd's going to be just more of a bullpen guy for the rest of the year, I think you make a trade for someone.
I think this team's legit. I think this team has a chance at the World Series. I don't think that you can have another year of having a playoff rotation of Edward Cabrera, Shota Imanaga, Colin Ray, and who am I forgetting? Ben Brown,
Jameson Town. Jameson Town.
Jameson Time. I
Yeah.
blank on that, but I think you need to bring in a legit arm, no matter if that's Jose Soriano, no matter if that's Logan Webb. You need to bring in someone to fill that void of a number 1 or 2 guy. I say you do whatever it takes. You're doing whatever it takes to win a World Series this year. I say your timelines next couple of years is a lot of these guys starting to come into their primes. Happen is last year of his deal. Suzuki is last year of his deal. Boyd is last year of his deal. Ray is last year of his deal. A lot of guys that last year the deal. So I say you go in, you bring someone in no matter what it takes.
And I also don't think that this is a year where you're like, let's preserve the future. Win it right now. Like win it this year. Maybe win, 88 games next year, but then, get back to where, 92, 93 wins, but like go all out to win this year because like you said, there's so many guys on the last year of their deals. You can't like think about preserving the future right now. Obviously, you can't just trade away your entire farm system, but like go all out and try to win it. Like there's no preserving the future right now for me.
I agree with that. All right, my next question, we kind of hit on this in our last episode. Mo Baller in his last 7 games is hitting 0.91, and in his last 15 he's hitting 188. Do you think you move him down now in the order to more of a 7-8 role?
Yeah, I mean that's where he was doing best, right? 6, 7, 8. They've moved him back up a little bit, and that's where we've seen some problems with other guys. So I think you got to just put him back where he made the most impact.
I agree. I do the same thing. Move him down, get his confidence back. I think he'll succeed better if he can do that. And my last question, Michael Conforto is hitting 361 on the year. He continues to do his job. Do you try and find a way for Conforto to start getting more playing time, or you kind of leave him as is that bench role, can pinch hit, can play when needed?
I definitely think he should get more playing time. I don't know if he could be, in the regular everyday lineup, obviously, but I don't think he should just be like an everyday like pinch hit in the ninth, get one at bat, maybe play an inning in the field. I think he should be, like if you don't like a matchup for like I mean, I don't know, it's tough. Like I think he definitely deserves time in the lineup right now. It's just tough with the stacked outfield they have. I mean, could he steal some ABs at DH? I mean, as crazy as that sounds, he's I think at the highest average on the team right now, so it's not that crazy. So I think that he definitely does deserve some more playing time. You could fit him in some DH, fit him in the outfield a couple games while guys are sitting out, but I do think he's going to start to see a lot more playing time.
I think you give him DH the next couple days and you give Mo Baller like a mental reset.
Yeah, I like that.
I would kind of do that to kind of give Mo Baller a reset. Let Conforto DH while he's hot, use that, and then maybe use Mo Baller on Sunday or whenever he's needed. So now we will get into a series preview as the Cubs head on to Texas for a 3-game series at Globe Life Field. Game 1, Ben Brown gets the nod, his first start of the year. In 12 games, he's 1-1 with a 2.1 ERA, 25 and 2/3 inning pitched, 24 strikeouts. And then for the for the Rangers is Kumar Rocker, who is 1-3 with a 4.71 ERA. And then Saturday, 6:05 start for the Cubs is Edward Cabrera, who's 3-0 with a 3.27 ERA. And then for the Rangers, it is Jack Leiter, who is 1-3 with a 5.45 ERA. And then for the series finale Sunday for the Cubs, it's Jameson Taillon, who is 2-1 with a 4.24 ERA. And then for the Rangers is Jacob deGrom, who is 2-2 with a 3.11 ERA. What are your expectations and keys for this series?
I think you can definitely take 2 out of 3. A sweep is definitely not out of the question. Sunday's game does worry me a little bit with DeGrom against Tyone, but I just think do what you've been doing. When they give you the opportunity, you gotta score some runs, kind of like how you did in the fourth inning today. But yeah, I definitely think that they should take 2 out of 3 here.
Yeah, I'd say stick to what you've been doing as of late. Keep the bats hot, quality starts from your pitchers, and I think you're going to have quite the series and keep this momentum going.
Yeah.
So now we'll take a look around the MLB. Cardinals and Padres tied at 1-1 right now. The Yankees beat the Rangers 9-2. Trent Grisham with a big day at the plate. The Nationals beat the Twins 7-5. Cabert Ruiz with a 3-hit game. The Guardians beat the Royals 8-5. Bo Naylor with a home run. The Rockies beat the Mets 6-2. Jake McCarthy with the go-ahead grand slam in this one. The Pirates beat the Diamondbacks 4-2. Brandon Lau and Joey Bart with big days at the plate. The Athletics beat the Phillies 12-1. The Athletics with 13 hits on the day, 4 runs in the first, 3 runs in the third. Jumped on the Phillies early. The Marlins beat the Orioles 4-3. The Marlins with a walk-off in this one for the win. The Rays beat the Red Sox 8-4. Junior Caminero and Chandler Simpson with big days at the plate. Standing update: Cubs in the lead by 4 games in the Central. Braves with an 8-game lead in the NL East. Dodgers with a half a game lead on the Padres in the NL West. The Yankees with a half a game lead on the Rays in the AL East. The Guardians with a game and a half lead in the AL Central, and then the Athletics with a game and a half lead in the AL West. So now we'll play LMB Pickle Rye. Who do you want to start off with?
Let's go Shota.
Sure, I like that. Didn't get anything there, so probably a righty in the AL. I'm gonna chase my draft. See if we can get it. In the AL, righty, second baseman.
In the AL, ready,
Altuve.
second.
And that is your
No way! What a pull.
Jose Altuve. Love that. So now we'll play Immaculate Grid. Red Sox and Pirates, Aroldis Chapman.
There you go. Red
Um,
Sox, Angels.
Lucas Giolito.
Oh, there we go. Good pull there. 100 RBI season, Red Sox. Go Big Poppy.
Yep.
Phillies, 100 RBI season.
Harper.
Ryan Howard.
Like that. Harper got it too.
Oh wow, I mean 10 RB I mean 10 home runs, 100 RBIs, pick and choose here.
Yeah, you can really go anyone. I'm gonna go.
Wait,
I'm gonna
actually,
go Sosa. Sosa. Sammy Sosa for that one. Angels 10 home run season. I'm gonna go Mike Trout. And then for Pirates 10 run season, I'm gonna go with Brian Reynolds.
So
Did McCutchen ever play for the Phillies?
he did, I believe. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess McCutchen. I could be wrong. Yep, McCutchen.
Yeah.
Now we just gotta get Phillies and Angels. Let's think about this one.
Oh man.
Trying to think of, like, pitchers.
Did Cole
Looking at pitchers and trades.
he still playing?
You know who I think was Brandon Marsh on the Angels? I feel like
Let's see.
I'm gonna
Brandon.
guess it. Yeah, Brandon Marsh,
Good
140
Paul.
rarity score on the day. Great job for the boys. Immaculate grid, pickle, Cubs sweep. Have a day. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ron Zonsky.
See you guys next episode.